Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're holding out relatively well in these market circumstances. A lot of altcoins are absolutely suffering. I think some of them actually still look phenomenal, and we'll talk about XRP, we'll talk about Dogecoin in this video as well. I think they're actually holding on relatively well. It's just some altcoins have suffered a lot in the last couple of days. And there is some uncertainty in the markets, right? So that makes analyzing the market right now also quite hard, but I will do my best. In this video, we'll talk about everything you need to know. And then hopefully at the end of the video, you have a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on with the markets right now and kind of why we have been bearish. And if we can actually turn bullish right now, yes or no. In short, what I expect is that this will be a local bottom, but there are some criteria we have to meet for that, all right? And the one thing that we have to see, and that is something, excuse me, I'm a little bit blurry. Some of you might not care. Some of you might care. But the main thing that I wanted to start with this analysis is this, all right? The news that the DOJ cleared to sell $6.5 billion in Bitcoin seized from Silk Road. Honestly, I believe this news was already known, but if they are actually going to start selling this Bitcoin, which is quite uncertain, all right? Because, well, first of all, they have not sold it so far. This is older news. I believe this news is from 1.5 weeks ago. And obviously, with Trump coming into office, that also brings a bit of uncertainty. I mean, ultimately, it seems like there's no way he's going to be able to prevent this, because obviously the legislative power and the juridical power, I'm not even sure what the English word is, are split in the US. But still, it's not certain that this will be sold. At the moment, it is also not sold. I mean, if you look at the US government wallet, the DOJ confiscated Silk Road funds are also in here, $18.5 billion. There have been no outflows so far. But if they will start selling this, then we will drop down lower, all right? I still remember the time that the German government started to sell. Everybody said, no, it's priced in. No, it will be bought up OTC, which probably... but still, it's going to be that much selling pressure that I do not think that this level here at 92 and 94,000, which we are at right now, will hold. So keep an eye on that, right? Just go to Arkham Intelligence. You can look that up. Look up the US government wallet and keep an eye on their transactions. If they start selling, it's probably best to not buy Bitcoin. But at the moment, I do think that this is the bottom. First of all, because I think that's the structure. Bitcoin has been consolidating now between 92,000 and, well, let's say 102,000 since the 22nd of November. We've had some outliers and then we've had some breakouts, some fake outs, but still mostly been consolidating there. And I think the fundamentals actually look relatively good here. For example, and one more reason why we have been quite bearish is that there's been a lot of good economic data from the US, which means we are probably not going to see many rate cuts in 2025, which is bearish for risk on assets. So that's also why the dollar strength index has been quite strong, but the dollar strength index is also at a very strong resistance level. So that means that it's probably going to be a little bit more bullish, but that we will that we can expect some more resistance from that soon, which is bullish for Bitcoin. Outside of that, I think the stock markets were closed today, will open tomorrow, are at strong support as well. And I do not see any reason right now that we will break down below that. I also don't think that the California wildfires, even though they're horrible, and if some of you are from California, I feel for you because the footage has been absolutely devastating. I don't think that's going to cause the S&P 500 and stocks in general, also the NASDAQ, to drop down lower. So those are at support. The dollar strength index is at resistance. USDT dominance is also at a very strong resistance. So I think those fundamentals are strong enough for Bitcoin to actually get a bounce into 98, 99,000 as long as the DOJ doesn't start selling their Bitcoin. And honestly, at the moment, that might change, but at the moment, I am personally also not convinced enough that to buy Bitcoin. All right, so I'm a little bit of a pussy, but excuse me, but that's just being honest. I think it's most likely we will be able to bounce here, but I'm personally still waiting for some sort of a reclaim above 95,000 in combination with some sort of confirmation that the fundamentals will behave like we just talked about, and that they will continue to do that before buying. So that's my personal strategy with Bitcoin. Then I'll buy, And like I said, if the DOJ starts selling, I will be looking at this level between 89 and 87,000 to potentially buy. But then I would like to see some sort of a liquidation candle first. Talking about altcoins, most altcoins are still very correlated. So personally, I'm not too interested in them. Some coins like Sui is actually holding up relatively well. So for example, if we take a look at Sui here, real quick, if we are, for some magical reason, if we are able to break above this level here at 4.95, I will probably try some sort of a scalp. Sui has been remarkably strong, also gains quite a lot of momentum today, so something like that is quite interesting. XRP is just moving as we expected, holding up very well though, all right? I still expect us to drop down into that major support between 2.2 and 2.1, somewhere down there. Hit that support, but I do expect us to hold that, all right? Because XRP has been very strong so far, and that's a massive support level we have. Dogecoin also, as expected, drop down lower. This I would be a little bit more careful with. If we drop down into like 31 cents, 30 cents, and we find strong support there, that's great, and we can try a buy ahead of the Trump inauguration, of course. For now, I would much more prefer to buy XRP. And outside of that, there's not much. There's some coins that might be interesting, but like Athena was at strong support levels. Movement, I think, is at an interesting support level, so that could be interesting. Usual, still very strong in my opinion, or at least still an amazing coin for the long term. That's about it. I mean, you also have a bit of a scam coin with ARK, could be interesting. Bit of a scam coin, so be careful with that. But that's what I think you need to know for now. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Have a great evening, have a great day, and bye.